Hello, my name is Thomas Decker, and this is my Meet Me video for becoming a reflexive teacher. So, number one, who are you? Well, who I am is I am a Texan who lived in Florida for a year and then moved back to Texas, met a girl, as happens in college from time to time. And after college, I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I followed her. And she thought that was silly, and then we got married, so it made more sense. And yeah, so that's how I got here. I currently am teaching at Quinter High School. I am the English high school teacher. I have freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors every day. Not a huge amount of students, but the amount of variety is very impressive. When I came in, there wasn't a curriculum in any format, so I was involved in purchasing a brand new curriculum just this last winter and have been implementing that and putting that into effect this month, which has been not stressful in the slightest. Um, the fun or interesting thing about me, I'm an odd duck. I'm a Star Wars geek. I love video games. I love high fantasy. The oddest thing, though, is my worst subject was English. Considering the fact that that's what I teach, it's very confusing. As an example, for Christmas, I received this, The Principles of Food Chemistry for Christmas. And I spent Christmas reading a chemistry textbook because I'm that guy, apparently. Proteins and water are very interesting. So, I, yeah, when people say one interesting fact about you, it's hard to pick which quirk I want to discuss. As far as my understanding of reflexive or reflective teaching, it is practical in a number of ways. Self-analysis requires that you isolate an incident, look at its pros and cons, its factors, develop a hypothesis, and then put your hypothesis into practice. If proven correct, it moves into a theory and it gives you a new basis of interaction with people around you, which is a very scientific method way of looking at it, but I can't help but do that. So its value can be very, very expressive and very, very understated. I do find that occasionally it is it is perhaps over required as proof of concept, which, to be fair, we are doing it primarily as a form of learning new habits. And if we are learning new habits, that takes time. We have to break old habits to introduce new habits. And if you are a reflective teacher, you don't tend to have the time or energy or capability to become that stagnant, old, bitter teacher that tends to happen around year 12, it seems like, where you know everything, you've seen everything, so by God and Sonny Jesus, get out of my way and let me do my job. With a room full of kids that aren't interested in hearing you speak from before they were in school. And it allows you to stay relevant to both your students and your peers. it is key to me to be reflective on both the practical and emotional side of what I am doing. I'm a quirky duck. I quite enjoy that about myself. It is something that I've come to embrace about my personality. There are people like me. They're quirky. They're unusual. They like to think and make random associations and see what odd thing they can make out of something else. Repurpose, refurbish, recycle ideas into something new. And they don't get a lot of representation in our craft. We tend to be people that are very straightforward, very, this is the way it is, so learn it and do it, and rote, memorize, and continue. And so it has been one of my biggest joys of being a teacher, is developing those relationships with people that have felt isolated in some way because of a peculiarity that others, while they may be accepting, are not exactly promoting. And yeah, it's a key element of what a teacher should be. I just wish I had thought about that or had heard about that whenever I was going for this 10 years ago. Which is another story for another time. So, I hope you are having an excellent day. And till next time.